Afternoon, everyone. This is the presentation of Group 2. As we all know, in each group we were given a task. Our task was create a tutorial that explained how to check your work for plagiarism. Before that, let's just tackle what is plagiarism. Plagiarism is presenting work or ideas from another source as your own with or without consent of the original author by incorporating it into your own work without full acknowledgement. All published and unpublished material, whether in manuscript, printed, or electronic form, is covered under its definition as it is use of material generated wholly or in part through of artificial intelligence. Plagiarism can also include reusing your work without citation under the regulation for examination. Intentional or reckless plagiarism is a disciplinary offense. We have 4 types of plagiarism. The first one is direct plagiarism. It is the word-for-word transcription of a section of someone else's work without attribution and without quotation mark. The deliberate plagiarism of someone else's work is unethical, academically dishonest, and grounds for disciplinary actions, including expulsion. The second type of plagiarism is self-plagiarism. It occurs when a student submits his own previous work or makes parts of the previous work without permission from all the professors involved. For example, it will be unacceptable to incorporate parts of a term paper you wrote in high school into a paper assigned in a college course. Self-plagiarism also applies to submitting the same piece of work for assignment in different classes without the previous permission of both professors. The third type of plagiarism is the mosaic plagiarism. Occurs when a student borrows phrases from a source without using quotation marks or finds synonyms from the author language while keeping to the same general structure and meaning of the original, sometimes called patch writing. This kind of paraphrasing, whether intentional or not, it is academically dishonest and punishable, even if you footnote your source. Last type of plagiarism is the accidental plagiarism. It occurs when a person neglects to cite their sources or misquotes their sources or unintentionally paraphrase the source by using similar words, group of words, and or sentences structure without attribution. And now that you know what is plagiarism and its different types, we will explain how to check your work for plagiarism. These are the few ways to check for plagiarism in your work. The first one is use an online plagiarism checker. There are various online tools and software available that effectively check for plagiarism. Some popular one includes Grammarly and Plagiarism Detector Net. Simply upload your work or copy and paste it into the checker, and the tool will highlight any plagiarism or similarity found that you can use to check your work for plagiarism. Some popular option includes Grammarly and Copyscape. Simply copy and paste your work into the tool and it will check for any match with existing content on the internet. The second one is use Google. Google is a powerful search engine that can help you identify potential instances of plagiarism in your work. Simply copy a sentence or phrase from your work and paste it into Google surrounded by quotation marks. If there are any match with existing content on the internet, Google will display them. The third one is check your references. If you have included references in your work, make sure that you have cited them correctly. Failure to properly cite your source can be considered plagiarism. Make sure to follow the citation style recommended by your teacher or professor and double check that all references are included. The last one is paraphrase carefully. Paraphrasing involves restating someone else's words in your own words. If you are paraphrasing content from another source, make sure that you are not copying too closely to the original. A good rule of thumb is to read the original source close it, and then write the paraphrase from memory. By using these methods to check your work for plagiarism, you can ensure that you are submitting original content and avoiding potential consequences of plagiarism. And that's all. Thank you for listening to our presentation. I hope you've learned something.